Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy.
Believe, achieve. Shut the up.
Whether we love it or hate it, everyone is drawn to trash talkers. But the reality is, trash talking in MMA always comes with a risk. In some cases, it can work in your favour, and in others, it can go very, very wrong. So for this list, we'll be taking a look at some of the times where fighters were unable to back up their trash talk. And as always, if you guys enjoy this video, then please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Now, in no particular order, Justin Gaethje vs James Vick. Justin Gaethje entered the UFC in 2017 with a lot of hype behind him, holding an undefeated record of 17-0. Although he won his UFC debut, he went on to suffer back-to-back losses, causing some to wonder if he actually had what it takes to compete in the UFC. His next opponent, James Vick, took this opportunity to call out Justin for losing his last two fights, mocking his fighting style while saying that he would get knocked out inside the cage.
I fought 4 times in the last year and I won my fights. You lost 2 out of 3. You suck, dude. I'm not the Homer Simpson of MMA like you are, bro. I'm not going to take a beating, but you will get knocked out. You're going to get knocked out within 3 rounds for sure.
But once fight night rolled around, Gaethje silenced Vick, finishing him with a brutal knockout in the opening round. It goes without saying that James Vick has remained rather quiet ever since. Number 9. Ronda Rousey vs Holly Holm. By the time UFC bantamweight champion Ronda Rousey was scheduled to fight Holly Holm at UFC 193, she had already established herself as one of the greatest of all time, with a massive 6 title defenses behind her. So naturally, Ronda came into the fight with the attitude that she was untouchable. Even though Holly Holm entered the fight with an undefeated record of 9-0, Ronda Rousey gave her no respect at all. During an aggressive stare down, Ronda called out Holly Holm, saying that she was fake and that she was going to get it on fight night.
And I told her that fake sweet act is, I see right through it. I see right now that it's fake and you're gonna get it on Sunday.
Well, it turned out she was wrong. Holm completely outclassed Rousey for as long as the fight lasted, finishing her in the second round with a head kick knockout worthy of any highlight reel. Number 8. Conor McGregor vs Nate Diaz. After defeating Jose Aldo at UFC 194 to become the featherweight champion, Conor McGregor moved up a weight class to challenge Rafael dos Anjos for the lightweight belt. But when dos Anjos was pulled from the fight due to injury, Nate Diaz stepped in as a short-term replacement for Conor. And in typical Conor McGregor fashion, the Irishman unleashed insult after insult onto Nate Diaz leading up to the fight.
Dance for me, Nate. Dance for me. And don't look me in the eye when you dance. Your little gazelle friends are going to be staring through the cage, looking at you, getting your carcass getting eaten alive.
He's like a little cholo gangster from the hood. He makes gun signs with the right hand and animal balloons with the left hand.
Fortunately for Diaz, he seemed to be completely immune to Conor's trash talk. Although he weathered an early storm from McGregor in round 1, he came back in round 2 to finish McGregor by submission, in what was McGregor's first defeat of his UFC career.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
Number 7. Donald Cerrone vs Alex Hernandez. After testing the waters in the 170-pound division, Donald Cerrone decided to move back down to the lightweight division, taking on rising contender Alex Hernandez in January of 2019. Despite being relatively unknown compared to the much more popular Donald Cerrone, Hernandez made himself heard by taking every opportunity available to insult his opponent.
I just see myself facing an insecure little lad swinging on a saddle with a pop gun and a feather in his hat.
I do look fucking healthy. I look great. You look like you've served the last 2 terms in the fucking Oval Office. You look worn out. You look aged and withered. I'll tell you this, little friend, I'll be sending your geriatric ass hee-hawing back to the stables on Saturday.
Unfortunately for Alex Hernandez, this proved to be a bad idea. Hernandez was completely dominated by Cerrone for the duration of their fight, with Cerrone finishing him by knockout in the second round. Lesson learned, don't ever insult Donald Cerrone. Number 6. Anderson Silva vs Chael Sonnen. Before the rise of Conor McGregor, Chael Sonnen was the best trash talker in the business, and was someone who brought the trash talking game to a whole new level. His finest work came against former middleweight champ Anderson Silva at UFC 117. As the fight got closer and closer, Sonnen held nothing back, putting on some of the brashest and most entertaining trash talk ever seen in the UFC.
Well, Anderson's a fraud. He's a liar and he's a thief.
There's this dirtbag named Anderson Silva.
When Anderson Silva walks into a room, you could hear a rat piss on cotton.
He's got a black belt under the Nogueira brothers. Yeah. I think a black belt under the Nogueira brothers is saying I got a free toy in my Happy Meal. This is going to be a one-sided pounding and I'm swinging the hammer.
But what was even more remarkable was the fact that he looked to be minutes away from backing it all up, until Anderson Silva sunk in a slick triangle choke that forced Sonnen to tap out. When all said and done, it was a devastating defeat for Chael Sonnen. Number 5. Ben Askren vs Jorge Masvidal. If you were watching the fights this past weekend, then you'll know exactly why this entry was included on this list. Ever since Ben Askren first entered the UFC, he's made no reservations for calling out absolutely everyone in his division. Along the way, talking a lot of smack.
George, just tell the people, are you scared? If you're scared, I will move on to somebody else. Stop being a chicken and just say yes.
After coming off of a controversial win over Robbie Lawler in his UFC debut, the undefeated Ben Askren was paired off against Jorge Masvidal. As one of the most outspoken fighters on the roster, Askren dished out plenty of trash talk towards Masvidal during the build-up to the fight.
How do you beat him?
Any way I want.
But how do you think?
I dominate him whole time. Yeah, they need to keep the idiot away from me. Yeah, he's that dumb. He's that dumb. I think the real reason is he knows I'm a freaking terrible matchup for him, and he doesn't want any part of that. I whooped him in a training session in which he kind of admitted it was true. If I'm here, Colby's down here, and then you see that George is down here. If I ever get in a dust up with this guy, I'll mess him up.
The stakes were big for both men, with a potential title shot on the line. Despite coming into the fight as underdog, Masvidal spoiled any plans of Ben Askren receiving a title shot. The rivalry came to a close in brutal fashion, with Jorge Masvidal knocking out Ben Askren with a flying knee in under 5 seconds, in turn setting the record for the fastest knockout win in UFC history. And just like that, the hype train that Ben Askren is was put to a halt. Number 4. Luke Rockhold vs Michael Bisping. After becoming the UFC middleweight champion in 2015, Luke Rockhold's first title defense saw him paired off against UFC middleweight Michael Bisping after Chris Weidman had pulled out due to injury. Having already beaten Michael Bisping just a few years prior, Luke Rockhold gave Bisping no chance of winning in their rematch, and he made those thoughts very clear to Bisping during their press conferences.
I'm gonna knock you out every time we fight.
You're just an average bloke. You're just an average bloke.
Good use of English terminology.
I'm a fucking samurai. I'm gonna come in there silent, undetected, and I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna make my kill, and I'm gonna fucking be out.
You're making a fool
I'll be out
of
on the next Bisping. I'm gonna close both those eyes for you. I don't see myself losing anytime soon. You're gonna come forward and you're gonna fall face down.
Despite coming into the fight as a sizable underdog, Bisping managed to pull off the upset, knocking out Luke Rockhold just a few minutes into round 1. On that night, it wasn't just the UFC middleweight belt that he earned, but revenge as well.
How do you feel getting revenge?
I don't know. Some say revenge is sweet. I disagree. I think it's better than sweet.
Number 3. Cody Garbrandt vs TJ Dillashaw. As we've seen time and time again, former teammates can quite often become the most bitter of rivals. This was definitely the case for Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw at UFC 217. After Dillashaw left Team Alpha Male in 2015, Garbrandt accused him of betraying the team. So, once they were scheduled to fight several years later, the two became involved in many heated altercations during their time as coaches on The Ultimate Fighter.
You sound like you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm an idiot?
Yes.
I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are.
I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are. Don't even worry about it. What's he gonna do?
What do you think I'm gonna do? I'll beat your
Please,
right here.
With one such incident involving Cody grabbing TJ by the neck.
What? Bitch, how am I fake?
To make matters worse, Cody also released an old video which showed him knocking out Dillashaw during training. Despite getting knocked down in round 1, TJ came back in round 2, knocking out Cody Garbrandt to become the new bantamweight champion. And he accomplished that same feat again just 1 year later. Number 2. Rose Namajunas vs Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna Jędrzejczyk is someone who typically loves to play mind games with her opponents. This was no different when she faced off against Rose Namajunas at UFC 217. During a pre-fight media call, Joanna called Rose mentally weak, claiming that she would break her during the fight.
You know what?
You are not stronger mentally. You are mentally unstable, and you are broken already. And I will break you in the fight. You have some personal problems, and I will show you what's your problem. Okay? You're never gonna be a champion.
Despite the verbal onslaughts, Rose remained calm and collected through it all. Once fight night arrived, Rose decided to let her fists do the talking. And just a couple of minutes into round 1, she finished Joanna by knockout, ending her unbeaten run to become the new flyweight champion. Number 1. Conor McGregor vs Khabib Nurmagomedov. No other fight has quite reached the level of drama as Conor McGregor vs Khabib Nurmagomedov. Without going into too much detail, a confrontation in a hotel room followed by a bus attack from Conor eventually led to these two fighting in the main event of UFC 229. The build-up to the fight saw Conor unload a tirade of insults onto Khabib.
I am going to truly, truly love putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat. He's a glass jaw. And I've seen this man wobble many times. I know he is afraid of a smack. And if you're afraid of a smack off me, a smack will feel like a double-barrel shotgun. You actually fight like a little shitty jokes rat anyway. You dive for the legs and hold on to them for dear life. What kind of fighting is that? You're a phony, a fake, and I'm going to expose you. Now you're up on the real shit, kid. You're with the real dogs now, brother, yeah? And you're going to be smoked October 6th.
But Khabib remained relatively quiet through it all. Whilst Conor took every opportunity available to try and get inside the head of Khabib, his efforts seemed to be mostly ineffective.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy.
And once it was time to perform, it was Khabib who came out on top, finishing Conor superbly by submission in round 4. So that's it, guys. That concludes our list of times trash talking went horribly wrong. Did we miss anyone out? Please be sure to let us know in the comment section below. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing